Thanks for coming. That's a piece by Gustav Holst, the same person who wrote The Planets. We've done that marching show a couple times, not this, but The Planets. Got a couple of trumpet soloists off stage on that. Logan Whitty was over here. If you thought this one sounded good, that was Logan. If you thought this one sounded good, it was it Austin? Austin Armstrong? Yeah, so let's hear it for those guys. The next thing is In the Bleak Midwinter. As far as I know, this is actually a Christmas carol or a hymn that Holst wrote himself, I guess. Maybe somebody else put words to it. I don't know much about it, but both of these pieces are from some suite, or I need to learn more about it. But they're both by Holst, and they're both in the same suite or set of pieces. So this is In the Bleak Midwinter.
That was Avery sharing on the clarinet there. That's, I mean, it's not a technically difficult solo, but to have to play, it's not a really good range of the clarinet, like where it's all those notes are written. And she didn't know she was going to have to play it till tonight when Zach was sick, so I think that took a lot of guts, so let's hear it for Avery. She played it, was it today in class? She played it today in class and it sounded awful, and I was like, you only get one chance, and she had forgot her clarinet. She was playing on Zach's marching clarinet, and it sounds like terrible. And I didn't know that, so, but see, you only get one chance, you gotta bring your clarinet to school, you never know when that's gonna be. Okay, those two songs are obviously kind of sacred type songs about, you know, the reason we have Christmas and such. You know, and everybody has different, whatever, beliefs, and but in Kentucky, you know, this next song is pretty sacred. Like, those songs are sacred. Like, this next song has a lot of sacred Kentucky-like songs that my family would have thought were sacred songs. So this is for the Kentucky religion type people in here.
Now, I know you people are cultured here in Indiana, but I want you to see, watch this. How many of you have ever actually heard, they were supposed to be the barking dog jingle bells in the middle of that, and they pretty much wimped out. There was like 40 people that were going to do it, and I only saw like 15 standing up. Now, why J.K. was wearing a gorilla mask, I have no idea. That was the closest thing to a dog mask he could get, I guess. Anyway, watch this. How many of you have heard the barking dogs jingle bells? Look at that, that's all. What's wrong with you people? How many of you ever watched Duck Dynasty? Oh man, we gotta do something about this. Hey, put your hand down now. There you go. Okay. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna feature one of our seniors, Noah Moss, on White Christmas. So Noah's gonna come on out.
kind of poignant there, having old Noah playing solo up there. He's a senior now. I remember when he was a little chubby 6th grader. And it was really cool. In the 6th grade class, he was in there with like Kayla, Judy, and Janelle Gore. Who else was in that class back in those days? Jacqueline. And Noah would terrorize them in 6th grade. Like, he would rip on them, and they were all so demure. But by about 7th and 8th grade, they teamed up on him, and he shut up after that. Like, they didn't take it anymore. Like 6th grade, he won all the battles, but 7th and 8th grade, they took over. It was pretty cool to watch. So, if you don't know Noah, his head, you know, he's very talented in lots of ways, sports. So he's got a big head a lot of times. So it takes a few people like Kayla and Janelle to kind of get him to get through the door, you know. So, good job, Noah. Good thing I know the Mosses pretty well, I can say something. I'll make a couple announcements now, so I won't have to talk anymore after this. If you wanted one of those shirts that the band parents is doing through Jasper Embroidery, the forms and money was supposed to be in by tomorrow. Anybody say that already? Mr. Keeley or somebody? I'm not sure. There's a sheet that you have to fill out, and I think there's different prices based on what you wanted to get. We do not have any more of them right now in the band office, so I don't know if somebody could make more of those or if they had them out there or something. Mr. Keeley is selling the DVD. He's trying to get that wrapped up. If you wanted, it has all the shows and a lot of other stuff, pictures and music with things. Phil came in and talked to him about, you know, anytime a group wins a state or something, sports or otherwise, there's this thing about, you know, rings and stuff. And so Phil talked to the guy who, from Balfour or wherever, and he came in and talked to the band, and everybody's excited, but then they find out how much one of those costs. Like, if anybody's going to buy those, that's great, but I told the kids, you know, you could do whatever you want. You could take a ring that you already have or a necklace and just get something engraved on it that you're going to have for the rest of the time. You don't have to go through that. That's just something that, I mean, we've never had to do that before, but maybe we'll get to do it again in the future. I don't know, but they're really expensive, but I mean, they're really like class ring type stuff. But you could do whatever you wanted. You could go somewhere like 4-Star Awards and have your own little thing made up, and it'd be a lot less expensive, I'm sure, and you could do what you wanted. So I just saw some looks of depression or something when he was talking to the band, and I just want to make sure they understand that, you know, they're not going to take the trophy away. Like, you can get this made next year, or you're a senior in college, you decide you want something, go get something. You remember that. Now, if you weren't in that group, don't go get something. Anyway, so all that stuff's going on, and we've got the final coming up on Thursday. They have been given a study guide, so you should see them studying diligently at home for their band final and color guard final too. All right, our next thing is called Celtic Carol, or Celtic Carol. Kind of fits our show. That design that was on the tarp is the Celtic. It's called a Trinity symbol, but I did research that, and it's not necessarily always been thought of as something to do with the Trinity. Like in earlier Celtic times, it represented like earth and water and sky, with the ring being the, you know, the world, and just different. It's kind of a cool symbol. It's kind of neat the way it's all interwrapped and all that. So anyway, this is our tribute to that, the Celtic Carol. tubas come forward. Great. More tubas the merrier. All right, this one got left off the program. It's Hark the Herald Tubas Sing. You guys, Will's going to need, make sure Will doesn't get off the stage. We don't have insurance. Go that way a little bit. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Will probably thinks I set him up, because we kind of were sideways a lot when he was in high school. If you just gone to college, I'd say it was that freshman 50 or whatever. But okay. Got a better one this time? Those are only like 30 bucks, okay? So. Okay, so the tubas, you know, they never get to play like the melody. So this little song does have, do we need more stands? You need another stand? Okay, here we go. And we got some helpers here. We got Will Verkamp, graduated 03? No. Huh? 07. Oh yeah, you were younger than Sarah. Sarah, no. You're twins. That's right. She didn't graduate till 07? Oh yeah, 03 is like, I know who that is. Another good group, okay. And then we got Terry Palmer that helped out the band. She used to be the band director at North Posey, and then she was assistant principal in the Gibson School Corporation. Now she's retired, living in Jasper. Those are regular tubas. And then we've got, I don't know people's names because they're at the middle school and I don't teach them. We've got, what's your name? Brenton Abbott, that's right. His dad played tuba in the band back when I was really young. And then we've got a Stone, which version name? It's not a Gina Stone. Those are 8th graders over there. They've never practiced with us, neither has the chair breaker or Terry over there, so. Okay, Hark the Herald Tuba Sing. Say, right? This is why the tubas don't come up front. Like this year, this is a true story. You know, we had the tarp and it had the big circle, and so the trumpets, a lot of times they made forms around that circle, and saxophones were forming things on it. And one day we're learning some drill, and we get to like chart whatever, and there's like a big party going on in the field, and I'm like, what's going on? And the tubas are like jumping up and down because they actually got to the middle of the field for the first time in the show. And they were in the middle of the circle, and they were so excited, and then immediately they went that way and got off of it. Anyway, all right, Hark the Herald Tubas Sing. I was wanting to try to figure out a way to feature our senior flutes who've been together for a long time, Robin and Rachel and Allison. And I mean, do we have any other senior flutes that I forgot just then? These three have done trios all the way through and solos and all kinds of stuff. And we had one little piece called Flutist We Have Heard on High, and it just didn't sound very good. So I asked them if they would play something from the Nutcracker that you've all heard before, the Dance of the Merlitons. And so they're going to play that. I don't know if we've ever had a small ensemble play at the concert. After this one, we're going to have little kids come up and conduct. So be trying to talk your little ones into coming up here. They get a free candy cane, come up and conduct the next song. So you can kind of be waking them up or whatever it is they need to do to convince them. All right, so here's our senior flutes and the Dance of the Merlitons from the Nutcracker Suite.
Down, up, down, up. There we go. Now, any of you have brothers or sisters or relatives in here? Okay, you need to look at them really mean every once in a while. And if you want somebody to play loud, you've got to shake your fist at them. Let me see you shake your fist. Okay? All right, here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. No ball. Ready? You ready? Oh, you got your candy. Yeah, ready? Yeah, they can't play unless you got a candy. Can you scoot up a little bit? Once you get that close, clarinets over there, they never pay attention. I'll bring you the ball. There you go. Watch it. Somebody really pay attention. Here we go. Ready? You ready? Hands up. Hands up. That's how they know to get. No, face them, not me. Face them. Face the people they're going to play. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and down, up, up. You do that.
you could bid to either A, you could narrate the night before Christmas with the band, or you could set somebody up. And I think Joe Helming's daughter set him up to do it. I'm not sure he wanted to do it so much, but he's got a nice Christmas sweater, so he's ready. So he's going to read the night before Christmas, and we got some people here to listen to him. Maybe eating their candy canes, okay?
stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in the hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Let's hear it for Joe again. That takes a lot of steps. We didn't have as much time to prepare because of March season went longer and the afterglow of marching season went longer. It's still going on. That bright light you see over the school, that's the band. Anyway. The Aurora Bandy Alice. Anyway, So I had to decide, we didn't have much time to prepare, so we're playing a lot of songs, probably too many. People kept saying, we want to play Polar Express, or we want to play this, so things kept getting added. They like Polar Express a lot, so we're going to do Polar Express, but I'm not even sure we played all the way through this. I shouldn't have said that in public. Okay, I've been known to say things in public I shouldn't say, so anyway, that's another story. So, this is Polar Express. Hey, once again, thanks for coming. I think they've got some punch and cookies out there. I need you guys to do this when you're done. I want the symphonic band people to take your stands to the old choir room, and I want the other people to take your stands to the regular band room.